the people in the live notifications, like, and now more garbage play from.
Yeah. I mean that could be funny. I mean, usually I'm not
They might stop
intentionally
buying from you,
cruel.
though.
Usually I'm not intentionally cruel.
That's the best type of cruel, though.
There's some truth there.
You gotta
Okay.
share your. Oh, you are
I
sharing.
am sharing my screen.
It's literally on my screen. What am I?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so you've got your Bastion.
We do have the Bastion.
You have a Doomfist. Oh my god, they're gonna be looking everywhere for you. You've got a Doomfist and a Bastion. Okay. Okay, you go for the turret mode here. Reasonable decision. I'm a little surprised that you rolled out 100% with your team, though, here. Like, if you're thinking about this, hey, you were thinking about this, you want your team to be the distraction. It's okay for you to be missing from your team for multiple seconds because your payoff is going to be so high. Like, this is the opening rollout that I would have expected here on your Bastion.
I wanted to go to the what's it called? The
Elephant?
left side.
Elephant?
Yeah,
This over here?
whatever. Yeah, this.
Yeah,
the
no,
elephant,
elephant is a good place, so that's not crazy. I think that's probably more what we'd be thinking for some of our retake stuff, but that's fine. Over to the elephant. Oh, it's just a Bastion thing to shoot at Lucio's. Okay.
Oh, this is really unfortunate. Oh god.
Your
Forgot
Doomfist is
this
right there
happened.
with you.
I forgot this happened. It's really sad.
What are you? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well.
He died too. I got him. I picked him.
I got two.
Ball down, guys. Ball down. We kind of get rolled this first round.
Okay. That's not great, quite how quickly you went here, and if you really want to look at this, what we get into... Oh, let's get back to our Bastion. We are on 20-second rewinds, apparently. Not sure
You always are. You literally always are.
No, I'm not. I'm not always, is the thing.
Every time we've done a live together...
I believe it.
It's been 20 seconds.
It's probably because I take breaks
prepared.
before we do a live together, so it resets the thing.
You gotta mentally prepare for it.
Yes. So here it is, and I don't mind this, but I don't like this transform, and the reason I don't like this transform is this ball was going to come through. Yes, you'd love to just melt this team, but you sort of know that this ball has multiple escape options, and like this could be a hop and be here. Like, if you look at their team, is anything on their team going to flank you? Maybe Reaper, but you know where Reaper is, right? So it would be preferable to go, I'm going to do a jumping transform and end up with this doorway here. And that's going to, turns out, take away this ball's escape.
I could block the doorway. That's some high-level thinking right there.
There you go.
I've never... That's like what you tell a GM Bastion.
Yeah.
That's a GM level Bastion.
Okay. Or, a diamond level tank. Take your pick.
Maybe I get booped off by him again. Who knows?
Okay, you do this. I'm okay with this. I would like more shots on the Reinhardt. Like the swing over to shoot at the Rein's shield that he was giving you was slow. Okay. So this would be the most standard of standard Bastion right now.
The most standard of standard?
Yeah, like you're just playing over here on Elephant. You're in the position where if they push up, they'll have trouble. I don't disagree that that's what's going on.
But my team is bad.
No.
So they feed.
Well.
Well. I mean, it's Plat, so they can't be too good.
That's true. Do you have any idea where this high noon is? No, but you're running without knowing where the high noon is. Look at all this uptime that you've lost. Look at all this uptime that you've lost. Look at all this damage that you're missing. What's uptime?
What's uptime? It's like, what's uptime?
That time where you get to do damage to opponents, that uptime. Okay.
What's uptime?
So you just moved, because you got scared at the faintest sense of trouble, but there wasn't actually any trouble.
They have a Lucio. They could have speeded high noon.
Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this? Hand off the mouse! Hand off the mouse!
I don't know, man. I didn't expect him to be here.
I was sure, and yet. Okay, you still got it.
I've never seen a ball do that aside from bronze.
Why are you leading the charge? Okay.
Because Bastion's a tank.
No! No, you don't have tank mode! Leading the charge, gets caught by the shatter, didn't think about going through a cute off angle like a normal hit scan would, let alone Bastion, who like has to, decided to
I've
try to
never
run it up
played hit
mid.
scan before.
I know,
What?
I know.
There's no way I could possibly do anything.
There's no way you could have done anything. Sure.
They need to buff Bastion.
Maybe.
If they were to buff Bastion, what do you think you would need buffs on?
I think we should give him Ironclad to give him 60% damage. No.
Yeah, I agree. I think all of his health should be armor. Thoughts?
No, I do not think that. I think you could
Bastion's
make this mode
never
better. I think you could just make his weapon better in this mode, or you could make his transform speeds faster. Those are really the only options you can do that.
Or they fucking remove the thing where when you transform, you can still be booped. It's so dumb. You know that? Where you transform and you're in tank mode, but you can still be booped for some reason?
Why does this feel like a good idea to you?
So...
Okay,
This is where I'd play on Zen.
It is, but would you... So here's the thing about Zen. As a support, you've sort of been able to get away with not thinking a ton about engagement timing and, like, where's my team when I go do stuff. You're now playing a DPS. And if you're playing a DPS, well... You have teammates back here.
I'm just poking them, Temporal.
Oh, you're just poking them? 1v6? 2v6?
Yeah, I can get out. Very easily. I have natural cover.
Against BAP?
Yeah, I can just get up and walk away.
No. Okay, soften them up. Oh, hey! It's almost like this was always going to happen.
He's cheating. See, I bait him.
No, you do not.
I baited him. We have to admit, I did bait him very hard. Oh, I like it so far. Imagine if I got an off angle though. That'd be
Wouldn't it be great? Like, imagine if you were over here, or you'd gone up here, or as your team, because you were here before your team, you'd realize, oh, I have so much time. I have so much time to wait on my team. Let me invest that time into being more powerful when the fight actually starts. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Temporal, do I look like a Wall Street person to you? I don't invest.
I mean, you're a student, right? You invest your time in an education that you expect to pay you money in the future?
Sometimes I do that. I mean, isn't learning Bastion more important?
Probably not.
Look at me
it's
dodging
close.
his... Look at this dodge.
Yeah.
You see that crouching spam?
I
dodge
did see the crouching spam that would not have made a difference against the Hawkeye.
It would have.
No, it would not have.
It intimidated him.
No?
Yes.
No.
I'm getting healed right now. I can be healed, and I'm very confident in my ability to take a 1v1 with the Reaper right now.
But it's not a 1v1. It's not a 1v1. You know the freaking hog is hanging out here.
That's because... No, they're not. They left. They're going to do their tank duty. Hey, look, I get them out. And then I get hugged.
Okay.
Oh, failed the rocket jump?
You definitely failed the rocket jump. Oh boy.
I hit. I mean, it's 97%. Nobody even has touch. Team's bad. Team's actually bad.
Yeah, I agree. They've got a Bastion on it that doesn't know anything about engagement timing or off angles.
I'm the one who's Plat, Temporal. You're not Plat.
You're right.
Probably bronze.
Probably bronze. Probably bronze. Probably like wood, plastic. I do
that this time though. I do get an off angle this time. So.
And off angle. Okay.
And off angle. I think I do it a bit better than what you saw there.
Good. Good.
I think I'm a
look
bit
forward
better
to it.
than you think. I don't just always spam aim. I think I make you proud a bit.
Good, good. And you did take one off angle over on Elephant there. It's just it wasn't very
Yeah. Good. It would have been good if my team didn't feed.
It could have been. It could have been good. But you
But
knew
my
your
team's
team was
bad.
feeding and chose not to get super aggressive and like flank up the side and yeah, mow them down anyway. Here you are. You do this. I can live with this. That's your May wall. Please stop shooting into your own May wall. Chat.
But it's red. It's the enemy team's May wall.
Okay. It's nice that none of those fire strikes are hitting you.
It is kind of nice, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think this is fine.
This isn't
This
bothering
is
me.
just spamming me. It's made me so mad that none of my team pushed them. Because they could be dead right now.
They could. They could.
Like in a higher elo game, they die.
Sure. You go here. Easy cleanup.
Or is it an easy cleanup?
I mean, I could comment. You've fed this Zarya a couple times with poor trigger discipline, but... Ooh, not such an easy cleanup.
Not
So
really.
you're here.
It would have been if we pushed the Zarya.
It would have been if you'd pushed the Zarya. You don't really have anything here, and you're at less than half a clip, and you're missing health. So this becomes a what do I want to do? Like, what do you want to do? And your decision is this.
And I make that decision. It's just too late.
That's fine. That's fine. You just weren't quite getting it done, but you know you sort of need to shout at your team to be a little more aggressive there.
I carry the next fight.
Yeah, that fight doesn't
With
really
my-
bother me. So let's see this next fight.
Heroes never die.
You're showing Weary Bunny their first Bastion review here, Jumbo.
Oh, okay. Well, get ready. This is a little trolly, but it works.
Here you are.
The next thing that happened.
You take that out. You see the Lucio's on you, but you're still at 290 health. I don't mind you leaving because they're gonna win this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could actually, but then the Reaper, and I start doing stuff. Or look at this. Look at this strategy.
Feeding a Zarya. Oh, okay.
I actually get value here though.
Why is this Reinhardt still alive is the better question. Like, wasn't he getting whole hogged in the back?
If I was there, then
No, but he was getting whole hogged in the back. Like,
Can we get a Reinhardt POV on that?
sure, but I want to go back further from my Reinhardt POV because there's a couple things I want to see here. So here we are.
I
Hog?
think a Roadhog stops. Wait, where'd he look to? Oh, the
That's
Reaper.
Fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go to our Reinhardt.
He got Mega.
Okay, you're going for that. You're thinking you're gonna beat the frog. Okay.
I do.
You do beat. Okay. Well, the frog. Yeah, the frog goes down. The
And then
Reinhardt gets
instead of
shot in the
shooting
face.
him in front of me, I know that the Zarya is very low, so I don't even look at him and I just shoot the Zarya and I kill him.
You do. You do. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. That was good.
I mean, I killed 3.
Yeah, no, I'm not bro. Well, that's what you're looking
And
to do
got
with
half
Bastion.
of a...
You're looking to do silly trade-outs a lot. You're not looking to go, oh, I do this. Like, sometimes you play the safe thing, but mostly you're looking to do...
But I don't know when do you play the safe and when do you silly? When do you safe and when do you silly?
Congratulations. Welcome to the excellence of having to read the psychology of the opponent to do well on Bastion. Like, when there's pressure on them to make you getting away with the silly more viable, or when you have to get the silly to be successful. And
being silly is scary. Silly is scary because if you silly and you fail, then you throw.
Yes. Yes.
then you just throw.
Yes. The duality of Bastion. Whereas if you play standard, well, everyone, even not everyone, most people in Plat have figured out how to beat standard Bastion. That doesn't mean that standard is fully wrong because, like, in the first fight, they might not know. You know, they might have to go, hey,
and you can't really take a crazy off angle in anyway because everyone's in the same place. Like, I mean,
what's that?
because we all came top in the first fight. Everyone was in the same place, right? There wasn't
Sure.
really an opportunity
Yeah, that was
for
fine.
me to flank
It was
there.
totally fine in the
Other
first
than
fight for you to
just-
be here. But now you need to be thinking, what am I going to do? And this would be the very standard thing that you're doing here, and this is potentially fine because they don't know that you're here yet, right? So like this is potentially fine because it is going to be very hard for them to push through you this time. This is the standard, a relatively standard place for you to be. So you do this because they won't have built their plan yet to deal with you being here. And beating Bastion frequently requires a very little bit of planning, right? And that they, have to scout you a little, call where you are, and then make a plan to get you, and then it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you'd win a pretty standard fight like this, or you'd push them back pretty standard for a while, and then once they get pushed back, or they get wiped, or they go stabilized, or whatever, then you go, okay, hey, you've probably made a plan to deal with me here, so maybe I'll now instead be over here, but more likely, I'll instead go do something silly, wait for my team to push, and as my team pushes, I will...
It's like it's kind of the same thing as like going in as Tracer or Doomfist, really.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Because like if you go in as Tracer and their team's like just engaging, they haven't like gone in yet, they're still kind of just poking, then they're just like, oh, we can all look at you, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But
and
if they do it while like there's a mid-fight happening, not everyone can like turn around and deal with a Bastion that
right,
quickly.
But you have a couple advantages and disadvantages. Your big disadvantage is if you get caught in the flank by any of those flankers who might be doing that, you're just going to lose. But one of your advantages...
Well, I mean, if it's Doomfist, you can kill them.
Sure, but one of your advantages is, while a Tracer or a Genji or whatever might go through this flank and have to get value, they have to accept that, time that they're flanking, or even a McCree or a soldier, time that they're going for this extreme flank is potentially time that they're not in the fight. And that they then have to, the value of their flank, the value of their power on this flank, has to make up for the fact that their team was perhaps missing them for 2 seconds during the poke phase, for 4 seconds during the poke phase. Your power is so extreme that, like, you can afford your team to be without you. Instead of for 0.5 seconds, for 2 seconds, for 4 seconds, your team can start to go down in a 6v6 and actually, or in a 5v6 and actually lose someone and be in a 4v6 before you invest any value. And then if you go, okay, in this 4v6, I just got 3 eliminations, and now it's a 5v3, which immediately turns back into a 4v3 because they eliminate me, you're still ahead. Like, that's your advantages, Bastion. The disadvantage is you get crushed if you get caught taking the off angle.
Yeah, and like the off angles you have to take, it's like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Because it's not, you gotta go like all the way behind them.
Yes. Well, not always all the way behind them. Like, sometimes they just need to not know you're here, or sometimes it becomes behind them. Like, you could let your team, you could tell your team to let them push while you're chilling right here, just chilling right here. And then you deploy. And
people don't listen in Plat. They just
don't listen, full stop.
People don't even listen in higher rank.
Most of the time, yeah. Okay, so this is good. You played a bit from here, and then you changed your angle in case they built some sort of plan, in case they, had their plan of, oh, this is how we're going to jump on this, we're going to go kitchen to get on you, etc. It's not as extreme as what we talked about, but it's sort of like the safe version.
I mean, do you think I should be changing my angle every fight?
Yes.
Ideally?
Yes.
Every fight?
Yes.
New angle?
I would, unless they're just not showing any ability to deal with you. I would strongly recommend new angle every fight. Now, you might just mostly be bouncing between 2 or 3 angles, and it might be like, hey, I'm going to go here, then I'm going to go here, then I'm going to go back to here, then I'm going to go do this crazy thing,
up,
then I'm back to here, then I'm back to here. Yeah, like that.
Sometimes, though, I feel like it's okay if, like, a point, like, an angle is so strong, like on Numbani first point, and you're defending, that like one in the corner, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and then you start calculating based on their ults. You go, okay, now their ults are in a place that they should have a way to force me here, so now I need to get more value. Like, they should have the tire to go punish me, and it'll be really helpful that I'm not there where they expect me to be, or whatever the case may be. I used tire as an example, but a better example might be, hey, they're going to come in with their EMP, and the Sombra's going to go, what the hell? Yeah. Temporal, can you still jump out that his Bastion plays subpar? He knows.
It's not subpar. Technically, I'm an above average Bastion player.
That's true.
Technically speaking. I mean, We haven't gotten like a release on that data actually for like 25 years, to be fair. So
I don't know
maybe
if you're
I'm
an
not.
above-average Bastion player. You're an above-average player while playing Bastion.
No, Plat's technically above average, right?
Yes, but I don't
Yes.
know where Bastions distribute. I don't know if Bastions are highly concentrated high, highly concentrated low,
I
have
think
them
they're
fall
highly
even
concentrated low. They're all like bronze and
have an
silver.
even distribution. Like I don't know what the distribution. I do know how the ratings work relatively for that, but you see what I'm saying. You could be right.
I think technically I'm above average. Like you don't see many Bastion players. I don't even think you see many in Plat or like Diamond. I think it's either
I
like
think that's
top
true.
or low.
Okay.
2K.
2K. You mean Ryan's 2K?
My 2K that I stole.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you think that was a fine spot?
Yeah, I don't have any issue with that spot.
Because I wouldn't have gotten to kill it. But I mean, the window. If the window wasn't there, I wanted to be silly here.
I agree with
But-
your desire to be silly. I'm
but
just
I
making
messed
sure
up.
that you have the right distance for hiding that.
And then I move, and they see me.
Oh boy. Yeah, you can't be seen here.
Yeah.
Let's actually rewind this. Let's watch this from
Yeah.
this perspective. Why are you walking? Why are you not crouch stepping? You're taking a flank and you just lose if anyone finds you in a flank. Why are these real steps rather than crouch steps? You
I
have
mean,
footsteps.
even so, they saw me. They saw me, even if they didn't hear me.
I know, but we're trying to make your Bastion better.
Maybe I should have just stayed in the spot. I mean, where would I even gone if I did that flank? I have no idea.
If you did this flank,
Yeah.
I mean, this would have had to be you tell your team to hard stuff them as they push, to like run into them silly hard to try to get their supports to back out here. So this flank would have required communication since they were going this way. This was probably you see they're going this way and you don't believe that your team will push them,
it's
so you
another
just back
way.
out.
And I tell my team to back up the point while they stay there, and then I come behind.
Yeah, that would be fine too. But if neither of those are going to work, if you don't think your team is going to fall, you do pretty much what you did, which is you back out. Or you back out this way, either way.
I probably should have backed out that way.
You should have.
Why am I doing that? That's a bit too silly.
Well, it's not just that it's silly, it's got no power. Like, you being here has no power because it's the same angle as your team, it's relatively close to the... yeah.
MPD.
Okay.
Probably should have immediately turreted. Or like gone into the turret form.
I'm actually more in the, like, you're at 269 health though, 272 health, and there's a Mega right here. Are you going to fight the Zarya, or aren't you? If you're going to fight the Zarya, fight the Zarya and then use the Mega to change how this battle goes. If you're going to fight the Zarya in turret mode, why aren't you in turret mode now that you got the Mega? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's sort of it doesn't really make sense for you to have gotten that last 20-something health from the Mega when the Mega could have helped you leverage the duel.
And then
Oh my goodness.
Feed.
Yeah, this is a feed on your part.
But team is bad. We needed the block shatter, so
Oh, was that the
it's
problem?
my team's fault.
Uh-huh. Didn't your Reinhardt just win with Shatter?
You know, tomato.
I don't like this. Yeah.
Why not?
Why don't I like that? Because it's, again, you trying to basically 2v6 them.
Getting silly with Bastion.
Getting silly, I'm fine with. But you 2v6ing them is not... Okay, things
That's
are happening.
just dumb.
Go
There's a
open. Go
difference
open.
between-
Yes.
I'm
Go
going
open.
in.
Why are you waiting so long? Okay, now it's over. It's over.
It's not over. It's not over. It's not
Oh,
over.
this is Bastion's unique power to bring back silly fights. Okay, it's not totally unique, but it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty
Unique
silly.
power. It's silly.
But the thing
Bastion
is, you can wait longer on Bastion than you can on other heroes, but there wasn't really a need to wait that long. You get where I'm going with this? Like, if you see grabs going out, grabs are going to cause... The fight is real if grabs have come out, right?
The fight is real.
Yes.
The fight was happening.
Yes.
Fundamentally, this was bad, what I did here.
Yes, yes it was. I'm A, not sure why you dropped. I B, think this is early.
I probably could have just stayed on the high ground.
The high ground would have helped,
know.
but honestly, I wouldn't even have bothered. I'd have assumed that your team can 5v6 the Reinhardt just fine, and you continue to chill here, and they will be in a rush. They do not have time to clear you up here, so they'll walk right past you, and then after you hear them walk right past you, you jump, transform, and mow them down, and if they get you, who cares, because you'll get one or two of them first. Right?
It's not a huge deal.
I mean, you didn't get the Reinhardt. Like, it shows that you got the Reinhardt, but that Reinhardt was already on his way to the grave. So if you get eliminated here, you're not really going 1-1. You're going 0-1. Okay. Okay. Ooh, fun time.
Fun time?
Fun
Is
time.
this supposed to be fun?
Could be. Could be.
Where did a medic like you learn to handle it?
Everyone blames Bastion if you're losing. Like, even if you lose, they just get off Bastion.
Yeah, even if you're winning, they're like, get off Bastion.
They're winning! Get off Bastion!
It's because, I mean, it's because A, he's bad, but B, it's because there's a belief that most Bastions, too many people, most of their experience with Bastion is Bastion playing in the very protect the president style. And the protect the president style is too much of a pass-fail, and it's the pass-fail that once you get above a certain point, everyone will fail. Exactly. It's boring. They've done it a bajillion times.
I think that's especially, like, what they think in Plat is like, oh, Bastion is just like this really, like, garbage hero, right, that only gets played in, like, bronze and silver, right?
Sure.
And they don't know that the hero is, like, fundamentally bad. But in GM, if Bastion is played, they just know the hero's bad.
Like, can you tell me why your team that has a Roadhog, a Bastion, and an Ashe is rotating through closed as opposed to taking high ground?
Temporal... We went under, too.
Can you tell me why your team that went this way, you're even accepting the possibility of going this way? Like, if your team is going this way and you're Bastion, you're like, later, guys, I'm going over here. Like,
But I just died a Hanzo.
Well, that's why you late engage. You have the power to late engage as Bastion. They go, hey, I'm going here. The Hanzo's eventually going to turn to deal with your team. And if Hanzo's just looking at you, your team will win in these short sight lines in here, you hope. That's, why they have the Reinhardt, right? Like, hopefully they do fine over here. And then once the Hanzo turns, you go, aha!
Well, if I walk here, what am I going to do? Let's assume my turret, like, right near the thing. Right?
What are you going to do?
Like, what am I even going to do over there?
Over here? Sure. So you're going to wait. Your team is going to push through this. The other team will have went to point or this because the other team isn't crazy. And so you're going to push through here and they're going to fight here. And the other team is just going to rotate away from them because that's how this map works. And as the team is rotating away from them, trying to shoot at, they're going, hey, let's rotate away from your team that is chasing them. That's when you go, aha, turret peak. And you mow into them, even at range, you mow into them as they're rotating across here, or once they're trying to go here after your team's caught them. If they don't rotate across here, but instead rotate through here, your team will keep rotating. Your team will be safe, so you don't have to engage yet. And once they actually get to here, and the other team will not want to really rotate past to give this up, they'll be paying attention this way, and then you go, aha, and you just mow them down from behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this works.
I do get value, though.
Okay.
We will win this fight.
Okay.
Because of my intelligence and my superb hearing skill.
Is Hog going to carry the fight?
No, I think I did it. I got first pick. Look at this.
That's good.
Boom.
That was good. You said, hey, forget Hanzo.
Hanzo's irrelevant.
course, you could have also picked Hanzo from here when he
I
started
don't
shooting
think
at
I
your team.
could have.
You could.
I don't. No. Because
Why
he would
not?
have just ranged me storm arrows and I die.
No, because you late engage. You do it after he's already looking and shooting at your team.
Late? What even? No one even knows what that is, Temporal.
We've already explained what late engaging is. You know what late
You
engaging
catch
is.
them when they're rotating. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody knows what that even means. Nobody even knows what rotating means. They just pretend to.
No one knows what rotating means.
This is a Bastion carry. They got carried, Temporal.
That's what your name should be, Bastion carry.
Bastion carry. I would change it.
And you should then exclusively play Sombra. No, I'm kidding.
I tricked them. That would be such a good idea, though. Like, get a Bastion account with like 10,000 hours on Bastion, then just play a completely different hero.
There you
So
go.
they make a comp to counter you, but then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
This is not the end.
I don't love this. Like, yes, your team. So let's go back here. Let's go back here for real to when your team took the space. So you weren't on the same page with your team as to what was going on. You would need to communicate that you're not set up for this, or you would need to read that your team is doing this. If you'd read that your team was doing this, you'd have gone this way. And this really would have been is there something I can do here? Because this is a feed, but that's fine type thing. Like, this is the sort of thing where you just wait here, and then when you think, okay, I'm going to sneak with crouch walks and everything to get here, and then when they actually push, I'm going to mow down their backline. Like, that's what you can do. The only other option is, like, this silly close range stuff that you hate. Or if you rotate up with enough time, you can Bastion it here and play it standard. But there was no way you were getting up here with enough time to actually get here.
What do you do, though, if they just have an Ana? The Ana just turns around and shoots you. And
Delete her first? Seriously,
I mean,
you delete her pretty
some-
fast.
Yeah, but some Anas are good and they just know. But I guess that's the thing with catching the engage, you know?
Yeah, you're catching the engage. She's like, you're
When they're
catching the
healing their
engage. She's
tank.
already healing her Reinhardt. Exactly. But honestly, I'd shout at your team, I can't hold that. I can't hold that. You know, can't help you. And, you know, like, if your team had gotten up here faster, maybe you could. If you were here right now, maybe this would be okay. It's a little close. You really do need the value of being able to poke at them as they're rotating all the way here for it to make sense. But you didn't read your team in time.
I also don't know how to play Bastion.
That.
But I'm still Plat, so that shows something, Temporal.
Okay. What are we doing? Are we rotating back?
I don't know.
Rotating back?
I didn't really
Oh
know
my
what to do
goodness!
here.
Oh my goodness!
That was probably the worst possible scenario. Interesting Lucio play, but...
Yeah, okay. Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna go...
Oh, no!
almost won this
So much
1v1.
indecisive transforming! Did he just get the mega?
He did. I would have won too if he didn't. He jumped though. He has a jump ability.
He does. Ugh.
It's not fair. He's cheating. If I got mega, I would have won that too. And we probably would have won.
Yeah, but you couldn't just sit on it to get mega. Like, he was...
True, because I had to heal, or he
Yeah.
would have just killed me anyway.
Exactly.
So what should I have done there, Temporal? Nothing. My team was bad.
I don't know. Maybe actually be in turret form when the Reaper opened line of sight, so that when he trades out your Mercy, you at least get him down to half health before he retreats. Maybe you force Wraith form. Then not be transforming twice as the Hanzo just yippity-doo-dah, skips out here, walks over here, walks back, you know, actually gets some damage off. Like, I'm
There was
thinking
nothing. I mean,
was
then
the
we
phase.
still would have lost the fight.
I don't know that.
Because I would have I mean, I get the Reaper to half health. He just walks back out.
The Reaper goes to half health, so that's pressure. That's time that his
I want
supports are
to
spending on
rewind,
him.
Temporal. I want to rewind.
Okay, let's rewind.
Because there was nothing I could have done. My Bastion was perfect.
We're gonna have to do a slightly bigger rewind here. More. Okay, here we are. Ready for this?
Here we are. I'm sitting down.
Oh, you transform out.
Why
Okay.
do I what? Because I didn't know where to be.
Right. But you've sort of decided now. You've decided this is where you're going to be. Maybe there's an argument for, hey, should I be like using this cover partially further back? Should I be using this cover partially, but then I have that exposure, so probably this one? Like there's an argument for that. There's maybe an argument for hopping on top of this and transforming. Who knows? Doesn't matter. The point is you don't want to be transforming in and out constantly to not move. Like you're transforming and these adjustments, it's too late to do these adjustments. Like it's too late to do micro adjustments like you're doing. Commit to what you've got or run. Commit to what you've got or commit to running. You're doing the Bastion dance. How's that?
Yeah, the Bastion dance.
Okay. So this Reaper should be at half health. Like, oh, he's already at half health, which means, oh, if you'd been shooting at him, your Mercy might have survived.
Well, he already wraithed. So, I mean, maybe he would have lived because he would have backed off sooner, but.
Right, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think bad Mercy play.
Interesting take. Okay, so now you're here.
Then I get up, and then I.
And then you get up and look this
down.
way. And then, oh look, that's the Reaper that doesn't have Wraith is pushing. It's almost like that's free. Free. This would be free if you were still in turret form.
Well, how would I know to stay in turret form?
Reaper should be back in spawn. Hanzo should be at half health and cowering.
But I do kill the Lucio, so.
You do get the Lucio, it's true. After the Reaper's gone, you're Reinhardt. After the Hanzo's got you, you're Ashe.
And Reaper's gotten my Mercy. After we've lost, but okay. I mean,
flawless play. I know that's what
pretty
you're
flawless. No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Why are you just holding down this?
To intimidate him.
Okay, you know there's an opponent there. Fine. It's actually fine with me that you're doing this. It's like I am enforcing this. It's not fine with me that you're holding down the button. There's just not a good enough reason to be holding down the button. And even if you were, you should know that the opponent is over here, so you don't hold the center of the screen. You hold the frigging... You hold the edge.
The corner.
You hold the edge of the doorway, not the middle of the doorway with your crosshair.
I'm enforcing the corner.
There, you dragged your crosshair to the right place. Thank you. I don't.
Like a bronze player.
I don't. Well, if it fits.
Excuse me. This was Plat, the most skilled rank in Overwatch. This was unlucky. Let me show you how.
This is short sightlines. You don't like this way. You've got a short sightline here. You've got a short sightline here. You've got a longer sightline here. But you have to like go through two short sightlines to get it. This is the way that you want to be going. And if your team is insisting on going this way, you kind of go, yeah. It was nice knowing you guys. Cool. I'll join you later.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I should have not walked with my team here. Walk to the other side. Wait. Hide behind the corner until they engage, then go turret form.
Yes!
That would have been the perfect play there.
That would have been a much better play, yes.
Okay.
You don't like these short sightlines. You like late engages, and you don't like the short sightlines that this forces. That allows, like, you are a super, super poke hero, and these really short sightlines allow heroes like Reinhardt, who is, very much a brawl hero, to potentially beat you. Right? Allow heroes like Reinhardt and Reaper and such to potentially beat you, and that's silly. You want to play for the much longer sightline because.
But the Hanzo just pokes me from long range.
That's what your late. That's what your late poke is for. But also, if you're tracking respawn timings, he's not in the fight yet.
So I wait until the fight's engaged, and then I do stuff. This is unlucky. That's unlucky.
I mean, a little bit. Yes, it is unlucky. It is unlucky, but like you're in the place that all of your opponents are going to be shooting, whereas if you're over here, it's just you and Hawk, right? So like they were always going to engage into this, and they were always going to be able to engage into this from short range, which we don't like. So yeah. Goodbye, cruel world.
They don't want me. But we win because I got carried. Overall, it had a pretty big impact on that fight.
Your impact, I'm sure that impact crater was quite large.
Because he couldn't shoot at me.
Why are we... So this is right. This is right. I'm good with this. I'm good with this. You can't see the Hanzo. There's a Reaper or a Lucio. What is with Bastion players? Why are you after the Lucio? Like...
Because I see him. He's closest to me. He's the biggest threat. I have a question, Temporal.
Shoot.
Let's say I went over there and, you know, did the thing you told me to do, poke from that side. Who do I poke? Who do I primarily poke?
Oh, from here?
Yeah.
The threats that can shut you down are going to be the most interesting things for you to poke. So, like, if there was an Ana on the other side, you might want to take that down. You poke who's available without exposing yourself to more, but, like, if everyone is available and equally viable, you would probably be looking to take out the Hanzo. If the Hanzo was really far away and the Reinhardt was closer, you'd potentially shoot at the Reinhardt because your spread is really bad, and you shooting the Hanzo will alert him to your presence faster. As you get up, you can't really, higher in the ranks, you can't really do anything about that, but you can abuse for now that he's going to react to you shooting his Reinhardt slower than he's going to react to shooting you to potentially get that. But usually what you'd do instead is you'd go, oh, you're over there, Hanzo? I'm going to respect that and turn over here where we, like, can't see each other. You see what I'm saying? Where it's like
and
that
he
sort
wouldn't
of thing.
react to that because he's bad.
Well, he might. I mean, as he gets better, he might contribute to the fight a bit, contribute to the fight a bit, contribute to the fight a bit. Quiet, 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 quiet. Storm arrow! You know, like that might happen.
Cheating then.
Well...
I mean, I don't think. Not much wrong. Perfect tracking.
Perfect trigger discipline, perfect tracking.
What was their was there monkey throwing?
Maybe
can we
swapping
get a
heroes.
monkey? Can we get a monkey POV quick?
Sure,
please?
we can get a monkey POV. It would have been just as fast to go back to spawn at this point. So it would have been faster to go back to spawn. So yes, the monkey was throwing.
But like he tried at the same time. It was so weird. New account maybe? I mean I'm playing Bastion, so I can't really talk. What are we thinking? No.
I don't like this because, again, this is the short sightline side of the map, which is a thing that we don't like in particular. This itself is really a shorter sightline than we'd like, and we don't have, like, perfect cover for it. I still don't really want to see it. If our team was doing a ton over here, and we chose to go to this side of the map as a boom, as they're getting pushed, maybe, but honestly, I wouldn't even recommend that.
I mean, where else do I even go?
Nothing stops it. Well, I mean, here.
Then I die. The Hanzo comes out that side and storm arrows me and I'm dead.
It's an interesting hypothesis. What if you partially use cover here, and if he does that, you transform out, go get the Mega, and then go back out to fight him while he doesn't have Storm Arrow?
That would be unfair on my part.
Okay.
But I get value. Really good player.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
That's actually the benefit of playing Bastion in like this kind of rank because they've mostly forgotten sometimes how to deal with it.
Yeah,
like that
there's
Reaper.
A little bit of that.
Or like because they never learned how to deal with it properly because Bastion isn't always played.
That's true. Bastion is not always played.
Oh. This was unfortunate.
Okay.
But,
unfortunate that you didn't hit the shot.
Hit a shot challenge?
Hit a shot challenge is, yeah. Okay.
Oh, he does it for me and I get no value.
Yeah.
Off to the short sightline area.
Yep.
Honestly, team death. So.
And yet, if you'd been out this way, it's much easier for your BAP to go, oh, I heal you. But hey.
I mean, my BAP's done. My BAP's dead.
Your BAP that's on the point isn't spawn?
It's because it's Plat. If I was in GM, we would have gotten more value.
If you were in GM, your team would be flaming you so hard right now.
Give me a GM account.
No.
You know some GM players.
I know plenty of GM players. Not a chance.
They'd be lucky to have my boost. So I did it this time. I did it.
You did, and look how successful it's been so far.
This was unlucky.
What are you doing? Why are you? Oh my goodness! Don't you dare!
He left. Boom, 1 down, 2 down. And that's a lost game right there.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, it is.
Why can you track the Lucio? Oh my goodness! I don't even blame you for that.
I'm a Zen main.
I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that. That's on Hog.
I mean, even if I did track him perfectly, we still lose. We still lose.
Well, no, because I mean, your hog was trying to pick between he wants to play out here because he wants the Reaper to come out because he doesn't want to have to fight the Reaper without your help, but he wants to play over here because the Lucio can poke him off if he plays here. He was in a bit of a devil's bargain, and that you needed to more pressure on the Lucio was what he was hoping for, but it's fine. You don't need perfect tracking yet on Bastion. Okay, you needed to win other team fights. So your two biggest things to work on for your Bastion are going to be your engagement timing. Which remember, can afford to be late. You can late peak. You can late engage, late peak as Bastion, as long as it's strong enough to make up for the invested time. And you're pretty darn strong with that. But it is an engagement timing.
I did that once.
When they're already... You did!
When Zarya, when everyone died on Zarya.
Yeah, exactly, and it worked. It was powerful. And then the other thing for you to work on is going to be, hey, think about your long sight lines. Don't get caught near, don't go over on the right there and get caught in that. You want to avoid that stuff. There's sometimes when you're going to be sneaky and do it, but in general, you want to be thinking, wait, should I really be here or should I be playing for long sight lines? Now, you don't want necessarily sniper sight lines. You would prefer a little shorter than that because your spread and fall off both exist and are painful, but you do need to be playing for longer sight lines. You don't want to be in places where Reapers can bother you. Those
flanky times as well.
Yes, the flanky times, absolutely. That's you got it. And we could talk about on your flanks using your footsteps, making those a little more quiet. We could talk about shoot.
How often do I flank?
How often do you flank? Well, you want to keep them guessing. So it's going to depend a bit. Like, it's sort of you can have the standard power position for Bastion, which, a standard power position for Bastion on this map would be something either up on the high ground or perhaps something more defensive over here. These would be standard things that you could do. And then when you think they're set, when they've dealt, when they've seen you here once, when they've seen you here twice, and now you think they have ults, then you go, okay, I'm now going to do something silly and go do this. So, like, it's not an every time thing necessarily that you flank. The standard power play positions can be okay as long as they don't have great solutions to punish you for them. Like, how often is you have to read the opponents and what they're doing a bit. You have to read how good their plans are getting at, okay, well, we're going to do this. You want them to have saved up a lot of resources and go, aha, speed boost, DM, Rhine Shields, run. Why isn't there a Bastion here? Like, that's great, but you're going to have to be enough of a nuisance to get that.
And then they look behind them.
Yes, you got it.
They hear the Bastion behind them, and they're like, oh, God.
Right. I mean, wouldn't the ideal thing be you've got them to invest in that, and you were waiting here the whole time, and then you go, aha, and yeah, you got it.
All I'm saying is colorblind wishes he was me.
Okay. Fair enough. Any other questions, or shall we see if chat said anything interesting?
Chat said, wow, he is so good at video games. How is he not Grandmaster yet?
I look forward to seeing you hook him off the map. Okay, those are the same thing. Why hasn't TGM yet? Why hasn't he been hooked off the map yet?
Yeah, they're basically tomato here.
Right.
Overall, very good player. Oh.
You are a very good player. I mean, you are
On
masters. Well, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I mean, I think like Bastion, I find Bastion so appealing because you make other people sad.
I see.
Losing to is that problematic? No.
I don't actually like that word because that word isn't really specific enough and it gets used way too much as a catch-all, and I really require people to define their words better than that. But hey.
Okay. Then you define it. Define it for me.
I'm not going to define that word because I'd pick a more specific word. So is it perhaps a psychological condition that you derive pleasure from other people suffering?
I mean, it's just so funny to see like all these like really try-hardy people like lose to a Bastion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
That's funny.
It's the extra cherry on top. I understand. Other people's suffering is comedy. Your suffering is tragedy. I'm with you. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like even when my team flames me, it's funny. You know what I mean? That makes it even better.
I hear you. I do. Okay. Anything else question-wise?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm all good.
I think we're good then. Chat throwing anything up there? This guy needs to play May if he likes other suffering. Maybe that'll be on your future list. Okay.
Maybe. Oh, May pun. Never had one of those made before.
Yikes.
That's where we end the stream right there.
No. Please like and subscribe so that we can end the stream on something else. Later, guys.